So I'm walking around today, and I got this Action 5 Pro from DJI. It's an action camera. I don't ever talk about action cameras, I don't really talk about gear. But I wanted to get this for a Japan trip for a couple different reasons. And when I was looking at all the reviews, it looks like they're like all paid by DJI. And there's just overwhelmingly positive stuff about this camera. And I'm not out here to like prove it's a bad camera by any means. I just thought I'd show what it looks like to have some footage from someone who really doesn't know what the heck they're doing instead of some wild tech reviewer. Right now I'm recording at 4K, 30 frames per second with Rocksteady Plus on, which is like their stabilization. What I really wanted to know is if I could use this camera to replace most of my stuff that I use for my main rig. Because we're going to Japan soon. And last time I went to Japan, we carried around our big old Sony mirrorless camera, and we couldn't really do like these vlog shots, and it was kind of hard to film in most places because it was really big. We had this giant gimbal, got really cramped up on the train, and we went to places like Akihabara to go check out all the cool nerd stuff. We weren't able to see it. And we had to use our phones instead. And then we had a problem getting the footage from the phone. So I thought I'd alleviate that with this camera. But again, I don't know what I'm doing. Another thing too is we have this DJI mic that we got quite a while ago. It was the DJI Mic 1. They came out with the 2, and this thing syncs perfectly with the 2. But I just have the 1. And I can't afford the 2. So I kind of decided I'd check out and see how the Mic 1 works with it. Comes with this cool little case that protects it, but I can't fit the mic receiver on. But I can use the USB part and just connect it to the side, and it seems like it works pretty good. I think that should give us good audio, and we can have 2 microphones. So I think that's going to work out pretty well too. But I just don't really know about the footage. I think it looks really good in a lot of ways. But I also just don't know if it's like even close to what we get with the camera. But I think it might be good enough for YouTube. And this little setup is wildly convenient. It almost makes me think that maybe we were kind of doing too much as it was to start off. Got this really cool stick that lets me shoot the camera way up in the air. Get some kind of different shots. Get some like aerial footage. Kind of pseudo weird stuff. But I think it could be kind of fun. I get these weird low shots too, I guess. I don't know if those are cool or not. Probably not. Should be able to shoot slow-mo, maybe some B-roll. Pretty expensive though. I think it's about normal price for an action cam, but it's a lot more expensive than I thought I might pay. And it's brand new, and I guess there's some issues. Like everything that's new. Need some firmware updates. I don't know where I'm going. I don't think this is the right way to go at all. I also got this cool little like neck accessory that I can mount it onto. I love it. It gets good footage, and I'll show some of it. That's cool. It's like, I mean, it's comfortable. I just can't see anything on the camera. Anyway, you got to connect it to the phone. There's kind of an app. We've used it for some other DJI products before. I'm not gonna lie, the app kind of sucks, but Seems to work pretty good in this case. And then that's how I can see, you know, where I'm pointing at. Because otherwise it's too small. I can't read the screen. There's some stuff I like about it so far. I mean, I don't know what I'm doing, but I can go in and I can set different camera modes, which I can flip through with just a click of the button or a flick on the screen. I can set up like a cool 4K 30 mode for everything, and then do a 4K 120 that I use for slow-mo. Camera shoots vertical too, so we can do shorts, which is kind of cool. The vehicles are like super loud, so hopefully they're not picking up on the mic. But anyway, it seems to do everything so far like I want it to. It's supposed to be the best as far as low light goes, at least as far as what's out now. I'm gonna be doing some late night stuff in Osaka, so we'll see how that works, but the testing I did at night when it was like super dark really wasn't that great. I was actually kind of underwhelmed, but maybe I was expecting too much. The DJI Action 5 night mode kind of looks like this if you're in like a super dark place, which I guess is cool, but it kind of also makes some really poopy footage. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna go into super dark here, which honestly is really pushing it. But the kind of cool thing is it also has like this super night mode. And super night mode looks way better. People kind of complain that it pushes and makes things look too plastic, but I don't know. I think it's pretty cool. We'll check that out now. So now we're in super night mode. And again, it's basically the same thing we were doing before, but it looks pretty good for what it is. Push this back here. And yeah, I'll walk through some dark stuff again. There's like a couple of street lights above me, but that's about it. I don't know though. Overall, I just don't really know what I think about it. I was kind of hoping it would be a little better, but it is just a tiny little camera with all these upsides. If you do notice though, there's things that they call micro jitters, and you'll definitely see that in the footage. Again, I am kind of pushing it in this video. It's getting really, really dark, and you can see that if I get closer to like some nighttime light sources, it looks okay. It gets a little better. This is like a house front light in front of me here, and it's okay. My normal camera has a pretty low aperture on our lens that we use for night. This one's down to 2.8, which is pretty good, but my lenses go lower. But it's like the cost of it. I gotta carry this giant heavy thing around versus this, which is just this tiny little stick. It weighs nothing. The battery lasts forever. I need to swap out lenses and transfer the data to my phone super quick. All in all, it's pretty good. But you guys let me know what you think of the footage. Not really a whole lot to see, but should be able to tell. Is it clear enough? Does it look silly? Am I going to regret going to Japan and filming pretty much all on this and just a little bit on our main camera? I won't know right away. But I guess we'll figure it out soon. I don't have any links or anything for the camera, so just check it out on DJI's website. They have the 4 too. The 4 is really great. I actually don't know if maybe I should have just bought that because it's got all the firmware that's been out for about a year now. Let me know what you think.